Hello everyone, I am Adam. Welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary. Have you ever taken a bit of a detour on your collecting journey? To me, that's part of the fun, having cards in mind, but not actually knowing what's coming next. Thus, when Sammy, of SFI Sports Cards, showed some of his Topps Tiffany cards, I was intrigued. I can tell Topps Tiffany cards bring him so much joy. I believe that is why they call the period from 1986 to 1993 the Joy Wax Era. What you see here are two well-known cards from the Joy Wax Era, compliments of the 3D 80s Kid, thank you John, as well as a 1989 Donruss Joy Wax Era pack, compliments of D. Con, thank you Doug. There could be a gorgeous Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card in there. During the Joy Wax era, Topps released limited edition sets from 1984 to 1991 that became known as Topps Tiffany. Topps Tiffany sets include the same 792 cards as the regular Topps set, except Topps Tiffany cards were printed in Ireland on premium white cardstock with a glossy front and sold exclusively in upscale set boxes. So we are talking premium Joy Wax here. Not owning a single Topps Tiffany card, I ultimately decided to target 10-time Gold Glove winner Chuck Norris, thank you Picker Jim, whose 8 home run titles, that's almost a decade's worth of home run titles, are bettered only by Babe Ruth. Mike Schmidt spent his entire 17-year career with the Philadelphia Phillies, a franchise started in 1883 that did not win its first World Series until nearly a century later in 1980. The year Schmidt was named both National League MVP and World Series MVP, batting .381 in the World Series with 2 homers, 7 RBIs, to include 2 series-clinching RBIs in Game 6, and a whopping 1.176 OPS. Schmidt picked up 2 more league MVPs in 1981 and 1986. Among Schmidt's accomplishments, he led the National League in walks 4 times, OPS 5 times, double plays 6 times, and assists 7 times. Many consider Schmidt the best third baseman of all time, with Eddie Matthews coming in second. Here we have the 1990 Topps Tiffany Mike Schmidt, which is Schmidt's only 1990 Topps card and is a card that takes us back to 1980. Dylan of Double D Vintage Baseball Cards would be proud, because I picked up the card commemorated on this card, Schmidt's 1980 Topps. First I got this SGC 8.5, but then I saw this PSA 8 for a mere $17.99 and could not resist. 1989 Topps Tiffany Mike Schmidt. Such a beautiful card, front and back. This shows Schmidt with 542 career home runs. But this card does not quite show his career totals, because his last Major League Baseball appearance was May 28, 1989. So Schmidt ended up with 548 career home runs, and the other numbers would be updated, increased as well. $1988 Topps Tiffany Mike Schmidt. $1987 Topps Tiffany Mike Schmidt. All of these cards are just so beautiful. I will attempt to describe Topps Tiffany in 3 words: elegance without gaudiness. This might be my favorite right here. 1986 Topps Tiffany Mike Schmidt. The only graded ones I could find online were a PSA 8 and a PSA 9, but this 8 looked better than the 9 to me and was about half the price, so I went with the 8. Yeah, that black on the top with the large font red Phillies to me is just absolutely stunning. $1987. Whoops. We are down to 1985. 1985. Topps Tiffany Mike Schmidt. Elegance without gaudiness. So first I got this PSA 9, but then I could not resist this PSA 8. My best offer of $16.20 was accepted. I tacked on the 20 cents because Mike wore jersey number 20. And personally, I cannot tell the difference between the 8 and the 9 grade. I had some Schmidt momentum, so I picked up this 1984 Topps Nestle Mike Schmidt. The Nestle company issued this set as a promotional item in 6 sheets of 132 cards each. It is the same as the 792 card top set from that year, except the front and back have a Nestle logo instead of a Topps logo. Because this set was issued in sheets, they had to be hand cut or machine cut. Due to the exactness of machine cutting, out of the total PSA pop of 142, a whopping 102, or roughly 72%, graded out as Gem Mint 10. There are also 38 graded a PSA 9, plus 1 lone PSA 8, and 1 lone PSA 6. You can see the Nestle logo there in the upper right. You can see it does not have the premium white cardstock because it's not a Tiffany. You didn't really think we were going to come all this way and not show the 1984 Topps Tiffany Chuck Norris, did you? 1984 Topps Tiffany Mike Schmidt. I've got to give it to Topps. I think they really did a fantastic job in this era. Notice that beautiful card stock. I think they did a fantastic job in this era of changing it up from year to year and coming up with some really nice designs. Topps Tiffany, elegance without gaudiness. To get a sense of Mike Schmidt's place in Major League Baseball history, there are only 3 players to achieve at least 10 Gold Gloves and 500 home runs. Do you know who they are? Willie Mays, Mike Schmidt, and Ken Griffey Jr. That is some pretty elite company. Thank you for sharing in my Joy Wax Era Detour. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary.